Hello, Gemini Dreamers. Welcome to the Mystic Hawk. Today I have something special for you. This is going to be a reading that is focused on how this last eclipse has affected you and your life. And this would be for predominantly, especially for Gemini risings and also Gemini sun and moon as well. So before I get into this, talking about how the eclipse in Sagittarius, solar eclipse in Sagittarius, hit the south node, and it's really the south node is something that came along and affected our lives in May of 2020. It really slowed the world down, and especially in particular areas of each of our individual lives. It affected us on a global level as far as international travel, for sure. That was something that was leaving. The south node is the old karma, that which needs to be pushed away and out of our lives, so and released so that something better can come in. The north node being in your sign, Gemini. So this is an opposite sign, bringing in more community and connection and play and people, siblings and family, and just interacting with people out in the world, so to speak. Now, before I get into the specifics about your sign, I just want to really quickly let everybody know the Mystic Hawk website is back up and running. It's all new. I've totally redone it. It really, I really think it looks pretty good, and especially next to the last one. And that website is actually a hub that will take you to my new TikTok channel, which is the Mystic Hawk 44 on TikTok, and also to my Etsy store, where yes, I do have a basic listings out there of some crystals. There will be more and more coming. I just needed to get everything basically set up, so I do have a crystal store on my Etsy, and I do that just because it's so much easier with shipping. I can ship internationally without problems, so that anybody, all of you out there, do have access to the crystals that I go and dig myself by hand. That's where I've been, down at the crystal mines. And I really thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing to this video. It really helps to get the analog back up and running for the Mystic Hawk, so I can bring you more and more of these videos. I know these are the times where especially I've been watching other tarot readers, and nothing against them, I mean, at all. There's some really great tarot readers out there, but I have noticed that largely people are really focusing on just the karmic interactions between people, and I was thinking, wow, we really would do so much better if, number one, I want to focus more on positivity, and number two, just what you could do within yourself. What's within your control? What's within your control is you. So how can you make adjustments within yourself as a dreamer, the one that co-creates your reality with God, Goddess, all that is, so that you can navigate these very interesting times that are coming up in a more positive and productive and hopefully abundant life way, to have a more abundant life. Okay, it can, we're all going to have to go on our intuition. That's number one thing I can say. So now, Gemini, where does this hit you? This hits you in your seventh house. Seventh house represents relationships, in particular romantic relationships. The seventh house is ruled by Libra, so it's always the partnerships. It's not just, it won't just be romantic relationships, but there's also partnerships, how you work in business partnerships, or any kinds. If you're on a project or something, you have to have a partner in a project. But really, let's be realistic, Gemini. We're talking about your relationships with your significant others. And if you don't have one yet, there might just be one on the way. Let's look at what the ancestors have already said to me about this situation. I did pick 3 cards. These are information from the ancestors. Oh yeah, one thing I want to say about my readings, I have all my personal readings together now. if you really want to talk to your ancestors, I would suggest a live reading. I do have pre-recorded audio and video readings, and those are great for 1 or 2 questions. But if you really want to get into something and most likely have a loved one, it could be a friend or a family member from the other side to come through to work with you in that area through your reading, I would suggest the live readings and or the Zoom or FaceTime readings. That's the live video readings. I can't guarantee that they will come through. There is no guarantee, but I pretty much 99% of the time they do. It's really been mind-blowing for me, actually, as my talent, skills, and abilities have really taken off, and been I've been really working on them behind the scenes. So by working with my ancestors. Now, that being said, relationships. No, I didn't forget Gemini. And that being said, open to love, which is what fell out. Now, I shuffled these cards just like I do when you're about to see me shuffle the tarot cards, and this one fell out, open to love. This is hitting in your 7th house. I can't make this up, Gemini. Moving on over here to the Hawk card. This is also, the Hawk represents Mercury, which your ruling planet. Mercury, those are messages. Seeing omens and signs and being able to discern these omens and signs and going with them. And then in the middle, the Beyond Lemuria, from the Beyond Lemuria deck, we have Realm Bridger. Let's see, can we see it better there? Realm Bridger. And this is, the Realm Bridger is really interesting and fantastic. It's about, okay, I don't have that one up, and maybe I should put it up. Back in March, or actually it was end of February, I think on Mardi Gras, that I first drew these cards for everyone. And it did say about getting new blueprints. Now, the new blueprints they've got are formed from all our ideas and visions and dreams. And the Realm Bridger is actually the architect that takes the blueprints and puts this into physical form, that actually builds something. So back last March, end of February last March, we got these blueprints, but we weren't sure what to do with them. You know, we still had those 2 choices, that North Node and South Node, really going back and forth. I personally experienced it. I'm sure a lot of you did. Is the old beliefs and this new way was in their fight. Now, after this eclipse, that fight had pretty much was over. Okay, we're letting go, cutting loose the South Node. It's going to be totally out of the picture as of January 18, 2022. So now this eclipse, it wasn't just for a few days or a week. It's going to last into March of 2022, perhaps bleeding over into May of 2022. So this could be up to 6 months of influence of this situation going on, and it's hitting you guys in your relationship house. Now, open to love is talking about if you're already in a relationship, there's some work and attention that needs to go into it. Perhaps there's some things that you could change within yourself to help with the communication, to help reinvigorate, liven it up a little bit. Maybe your partner needs something specifically from you that you have been too busy at work or whatever to be able to focus on that. But it is saying if you are already in a relationship, it needs a little bit of work. It's not bad. It just needs some attention. Maybe a little honeymoon, second honeymoon vacation, a weekend away, that kind of thing. If you're not already in a relationship, Gemini, guess what? One's on its way. You don't have to do it, but the universe is saying, the Hawk is saying, see the signs, see the omens. All the signs are right there in front of you. And the Realm Bridger is saying, time to think out of the box, whether you're already in a relationship or even if you're single, and it's time to open up to that possibility. What the Realm Bridger is saying is, You know, the definition of insanity, honey, is doing the same things over and over again and expecting different results. If you want to meet somebody new, you got to get out of the house, Gemini, right? You got to get out and meet people, take that chance, and at least go on a date or out with some friends. So there's some possibilities of meeting new people. Again, Hawk is a message. You may get a phone call, a message from someone to come join you to do something. You may be getting a call, somebody wanting to go out on a date with you. It could be, and today's, you know, and nowadays it could be the woman calling up the man. It doesn't have to be a traditional thing. Whatever it is, there's some messages, and it's really clear. If there's a person that you already know about, they've already sent you some pretty clear messages, at least according to them. You may have been not seeing it, but they're giving you some really strong messages that they're interested in. It might just, you know, go out on a fun date and see how everything goes. You know, being open to love, being willing to allow some more intimacy in your world. You deserve to have connections. You deserve to have fulfillment in your own life. It isn't all about just work, or even if you're in a relationship, you know, just you get up, you go to work, or whatever your routine is, and the routine is kind of taken over the spontaneity. It's about putting some more spontaneity back into the relationship, because the love is there. You just need to open up to it, whether you're already in a relationship or one is on its way to you. So let's see what's going on. This is a major change. Some of you may end up single after a while. That again, it's a major change within the relationships. Those of you single, look out. Here, somebody's coming. You're going to have the opportunity. Have the opportunity at least to explore the possibility. Woohoo! Let's see. So let's see what the tarot cards have to say to Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, specifically on the topic of relationships. So you guys actually get the official love reading. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Keep those like that. So what I'm seeing here is the Six of Cups and the Page of Wands. This could be somebody from the past, somebody that you knew from childhood or a past relationship. There's definitely a deep soul connection. Page of Wands. It possibly could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but I really feel like this is just a message or a messenger. Again, we have the Hawk, the message or messenger, phone call, text, email. You know, all the different ways we can get messages nowadays. There's only 18,000 of them. And guess what? The old-fashioned way, a friend actually calls and gives you a message and says, hey, so-and-so is back in town. Excuse me. So what else? So there is a lot of nostalgia and remembering happy things. I see the children playing. It could be you're in a situation where both of you, you both may have been older and had other relationships, other marriages, and there are children involved, you know, and I'm seeing perhaps get the children in on this situation later on once you get to know each other. I'm not saying right away, but, you know, it could be a play date for everybody, right? Let's see what's going on, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, here's a couple more cards to look at. So we're taking it slow. Definitely, I see you guys taking it slow. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, but this is the Knight of Pentacles. And, you know, you may have gotten the message. You're just taking it slow in a situation. There has been some heartbreak. This is the Five of Cups reversed, but the good thing it is in reverse. So whatever sadness, I'm hearing bitter taste that you had in your mouth, bitter taste that you had from the last relationship. Just, you know, it might have ended acrimoniously is what I'm hearing. Acrid, bitter, acid, toxic. So there are some things to heal from the past, and that's probably why you're interested in taking it more slow. This reading pretty, you know, yes, there are court cards here, but I'm really looking at it as you know, we have all of the elements in us though you may predominantly have air in your chart, but this is also about all the elements, and this is taking it slow and giving yourself time to heal from the last situation. But I do definitely see you coming out of a depression and opening your mind slowly but surely to start something new. Okay, here we got a couple more. So if I see them both reversed, I'm gonna. So we have the Eight of Cups and the Strength card. They did initially come up reversed, but since they both came up reversed, I'm going to look at them in the upright first. And this is just, being in the past, perhaps you were in an unfulfilling situation. Maybe you are now with your current relationship. Whatever the situation, it was about walking away, letting go of something that no longer served you, something that was toxic. Again, we see the pure water there. You see the blue. I'm still getting used to this camera. See, there's wine and water both spilled. So it's pure and not so pure elements in this situation. It was just time to walk away from it. Again, we have the Strength card. I say again, because I've seen this a couple times in readings, people really having the strength to face and overcome those inner demons, those inner fears, that base passion, perhaps a lot of the anger, rage, upset that might have come along within your current relationship, if you're in one, or one from the past that's kind of held you up from wanting to pursue a new one. Also, if there has been some issues, this could be, and you're still wanting to stay in your current relationship, this could be talking about leaving all those old emotional issues behind, having the strength. This is unconditional love. This maiden here that's hugging the lion. The red lion always represents our passions, our desires, but they're unchecked, wanting what we want at all cost. And, you get angry, you can get aggressive, you want to pounce on it. But she has tamed the lion so that it could lay down with the lamb, basically, that she has been able to tame this unruly aspect of herself, or yourself, being able to tame even the relationship from exploding and blowing up, and being able to calm the situation down. This is also, if you're single, just having the strength to pick up the phone and make the text, dial the number, right? Just get out there. Get out of where you've been. Walk away from this stagnant emotional situation so that you can have some fulfillment. And a lot of that starts with, facing that inner beast. Definitely, there's the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Really great. This is a lot of gray energies, some depression perhaps in the past. A lot of us from, just being shut up in the house and stuck with people. That was a real strain on a lot of relationships. If some of you were under a lockdown situation for a long time and under the same roof with the same people day in and day out, it could have gotten a little stressful and caused some upsets, some of the beast to come out. But now it's time to calm it down. Whether you're able to move about freely, depending on what country you're in or where you're at, it is time to address some of these issues so that we can calm down this and face a situation with love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness, and be able to move on and grow from it. Because that's what all of these mirror relationships are about. That's what the whole thing is about, to teach us more about ourselves through another, learning about yourself in the mirror of the other. The Ten of Wands, this guy, he's tired, and I can see this with a lot of you single Geminis out there. I've been carrying all this weight. I've been carrying everything by myself. The single dads, the single moms, all of you out there, just like feeling like you're carrying a heavy load or just being by yourself and having, to do everything by yourself. Doesn't mean that we get partners so that we can have helpers. No, but really they could offer just advice and support and somebody to be on your side, on your team. if nothing else. And also, you know, if it does turn out to be a situation that gets serious enough to be a live-in, or you get married, yeah, you split the, if not the finances, definitely the workload around the house, one would hope, you know, or you get that extra support, someone else being there, so you're not there all by yourself doing everything. It's been quite a heavy load. I do see that for Gemini. What else we have to say for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising? And you know, and I also see that fire, you know, just trying to get the fire back. Working so hard, it's hard to find that passion that you would have. You know, you need that passion to be in a relationship, especially, you know, if it's a love relationship. You know, if you're too tired to get it on, if you know what I mean, there's something's got to give, man. You know, kind of like what was that movie? What if this is as good as it gets, right? You know, okay, that's kind of the way I'm feeling, how that guy feels. What if this is as good as it gets? You know, one would hope not. We do have the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. I think for some of you, you're worried. Perhaps you this is right under the Knight of Pentacles. That might be why something's in the way. It might be work getting in the way. Some of you may fear or be concerned. It might not just be a fear, but it might be a legitimate concern. And if I get too involved in a relationship, I'm really busy at work, I have a lot of responsibilities in that area that I really need to focus on, and I'm afraid if I get too involved with someone, it will take me away from my projects and making money. It can also, you know, if you've been, you know, in the work jail, work's all I ever do, you know, right? You get in that situation where you feel like you're in a work jail and you really can't, you know, if you're feeling stuck in a situation, you're unfulfilled in other areas of your life, it does, you know, take away from the quality of the work that you're doing, because you need a refresher, you need a break. Everything, especially in the 7th house that is ruled by Libra, and I know that one well, balance is key. You know, a little bit of love, a little bit of work, a little bit of work, a little bit of love, that kind of situation. Because if it's all work and no love, you just don't even care about the work anymore. See, and that will affect your money in your bank. So don't trap yourself up in work just thinking it just keeps me out of this bad situation. We can't judge the new people against what somebody else did in the past. That's why it's so important to stay in the present moment. Pay attention to those messages, that information. Somebody's interested out there, Gemini. And if not, you're the one that needs to pick up the phone. You know, like I said, try something different so you're not crazy, right? Oh. Huh? So, and if you do, we got the Four of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So it would be a new physical beginning. And also the Four of Wands. A lot of people, this is, you know, celebration, marriage, family, you know, a lot of people say twin flame, 1111, whatever about that, but a good match, a nice mirror twin. And I know how much you Geminis love those mirror twins, you know, somebody that's really compatible, that really gets along with you, that's fun, can be fun at times, serious at other times. That's a real compliment to you. And it's definitely a new beginning. After this, you know, Eight of Pentacles, it might give you some fresh ideas. You know, this new partner, again, it could possibly be a business partnership, because it does rule all, you know, the 7th house could indicate a business partnership, but most of the time it is a love partnership, 90%, right? So yeah, there is a new beginning, and it may possibly get physical. So there you go, Gemini. There's your possibility. Fingers crossed for you if that's something that you do want. And I see, again, you're taking it slow, not in a hurry. That's always good these days and times. You know, we want to make sure that we're connecting with the right people, places, and situations. I'm losing my light and turning orange. Okay, so what we got here? Geminis, let's be in the fool. I'm a fool for love. Oh yes, having the strength to be able to jump off that cliff and take the leap. There is some confusion. I do see the Seven of Cups. You may have more than one choice. You could have some options out there, you know, A, B, C, D, but really, it might be, instead of confusing yourself with all these options, it might be all this work and all these different choices of what I really need to do with my energy, and do I have the time and the energy to even focus on this relationship? Well, if it's the one you already got in your house, I would highly suggest it, you know, because mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy, whether you're the mama or the other, you know, or you got a baby mama you're dealing with. You know, it's always best to have them happy. Oh, that's another thing I'm hearing. You know, you may be worried, even if you're not with the baby mama anymore, maybe worried about how baby mama's going to react to the new person. I said, don't worry about it. Take it one day at a time. Again, don't confuse yourself with these illusions and all this what if. Just take it slow. All you have to do is meet the people, meet the person, go out for a coffee, go out for a drink, whatever it is you do. Just have a simple good time. It doesn't have to be anything serious. It doesn't have to lead to marriage tomorrow. But you're never gonna know if you're always in the house or if you're in a relationship if you don't try to do something different outside of the box. Whatever, whether you're single or in a relationship, there's going to be some issues and possible tower moments in the relationship area. So that's what I'm trying to help you guys. Oh, okay. I got to get my other cards. I didn't have them out for anybody else. But for this relationship, we got the Angel of Romance cards. Because I am going to pull some Oracle cards. I think, you know, you guys, I think a lot of you are worrying if you're ready for that. You're kind of feeling confused. Maybe you're getting mixed messages from your partner or your potential partner. Again, it's just about communication. Have some clear communication. And the courage to even start that communication. Like the first, hi, how are you doing? So that you really know where they're coming from. You might find out that they were just as confused and worried as you were, and it's really not a big deal. So what do we have from the Angels of Romance for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Angels of Romance, Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Oops, that's too many. That's way too many. I might take 2 or 3 in this deck, but I usually like one at a time. One, please, one, please. So Gemini, you don't even want to talk about it. There we go. Aha. Here's part of the problem right here. We need to release the X. You or the other person needs to focus on releasing the X. Yeah, it's about letting go of the past. That's what this situation is here. This reverse 5 of Cups and this 8 of Cups. It's time to let that go. Do that final emotional release. Some of you, it might not be so easy. You got baby daddy, baby mama around still, you know, still being a part of the child's life. But again, that may require a new set of rules, thinking outside the box of how to balance these situations out. There are a lot of people in the world that do that, but whether it's you or the other person, there's some work to be done on releasing the X. Hopefully it is not in a relationship that you're already in and have been in for a while, and they're still haven't released the X. That would be an issue. So yeah, but it still can be that. There might be some stuff that was swept under the rug and deeply hidden, and these eclipses have just brought it up and out for everybody to see. Camera's at a weird angle. Anyway, it's like, okay, I think I must have bumped it or something. Let's see. Speaking of, let's one more. Oh, there's a couple more for Gemini, and we'll call that. Okay. So, it may be that you or somebody else that says pay attention to the red flags and release the X. And, of course, I see it as a red flag if somebody hasn't released their X, means there's no room available for you. They're not available. their mind is still with somebody else, their heart is still with someone else. Even if they really like you and love you, that these cords need to be cut, and things need to be cleared out. I do see that that's why perhaps there's some slowness going on, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't need to happen at all. Just take your time and flirt, have a good time. If it's not that one person, if you see red flags with the first person you meet, you have options, Gemini. There might be somebody else down the road, you know. Geminis have a great personality. You know how to draw people in. If nothing else, you'll make some new friends, get to know some new people. Get outside the box. Might be the box that you've been living in the last couple of years that you hadn't got out of very much. But definitely, even if it's electronically, to reach out and get to know more people and have that human contact. That's what I'm really feeling. And Gemini is really needing is the communication, the one-on-one communication about things that excite you, that you're into, you know, that like-minded connection, and being able to have these communications, being able to relate to someone, especially perhaps after a long time where you're alone, or you were in a situation with an ex that was really incompatible and toxic, and maybe because of the pandemic or because of the kids or whatever, money situation, house situation, could be a lot of things for a lot of people. You just kind of stayed in it for the time, but now it's time to release that and clear it out, at least on some level that frees you up to have a new relationship. If you already are in one, there's some red flags happening. It could be somebody still has a torch for an ex. That definitely can happen. That they're, you know, people, especially Geminis, can love more than one person, but at a time. But the red flags are these messages that you get from the hawk that is telling you, hey, you need to slow down. Hey, you need to pay attention. There's an issue here in the relationship. And even if you are in a relationship and you've been together for 15, 20 years, flirting with each other, that can be fun, you know, that can bring some new life to the situation. So definitely go out to dinner, go out to a celebration, a weekend away. That's what this card also is talking about. And make that leap, you know, just take the chance. Just take the chance, Gemini. Love is there. Love is in the air. All right, there you go, Gemini dreamers. Have fun. This is going to be going on for the next 3 months for sure, and 6 months. So the dating game is on for Gemini. All right, Gemini. I know you're going to have some sweet dreams. All right, take care now, and bye-bye. See you soon.